what helped triggered off the civil rights movement. Now, many of our brothers and sisters from the past who helped get rid of slavery, they all did it by themselves. It started off by one person, and so it went on. So if people going to say, well, I'm not going to come to the march because there's not going to be a lot of people there, then they're just contradicting themselves. I don't care if there's going to be one. I know I'm going to be there, right? And I hope that everything will turn out okay. We have to prove to the police and to the Caucasian that, you know, we mean business. And go on.
I'm not going to cut you on that point. I think, like you said, we got to prove. I'll tell you the truth. I'm not even really worried about the police or the Caucasian, as you put it. We've got to start proving to ourselves that we can do for ourselves. So let's just,
I mean, I agree with you. Maybe I've sort of said it wrongly, but yes, I do agree with you. You know, it's about unity, coming together, and proving to ourselves that we can do it, whether there's going to be 2 people there or 200 people there. You know, it's all about proving to ourselves that we can unite for whatever causes there. You know, we're suffering from holy causes, basically, but we have to come together. And this is one of the days that we should prove to ourselves. And I don't think it should be just today. We should continually doing it every single day. Yeah?
Okay, thanks, Sister D.
Okay, and I'm glad to hear you're all back, because we miss you, and I hope that we can, you know, hear from you a lot again.
Okay, well, we're definitely keeping up the struggle on this end anyway.
I understand, but I'll keep tuning in anyway.
Okay, thanks, Sister. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so it's, what today is? The 9th of March, and there's certain other things going on today, and today is the day that we've got on London town, we've got the deaths in police custody, a march for justice, and on February the 28th, they had a meeting in Brixton Town Hall to get the agenda sorted out and set down, and there was 200 people down there at that meeting, and hopefully, if you times it even by 10 or even by 2, there should be a good little turnout today for the March for Justice, okay? It's Mother's Day. There's many things, there's many different topics out there. Today, one of the topics I'm going to be talking about is definitely the black on black violence, okay? I have to talk about it because I witnessed it a couple of weeks ago. Firsthand, I witnessed the response from black people, and I witnessed the response from the police, okay? And it's something I want to talk about, and also I got a couple of calls in the week asking me what's been going on, what's happened, and some other people phoned me up and told me about some other clubs where they was experiencing some form of harassment from fellow brothers, okay? And they wanted me to talk about the black on black violence, and it's a subject I come in and I'm thinking about, do we touch on it, do I talk about it, or do we go on talk about Mother's Day and all the nice little things, or how are we going to talk about it? Are we going to talk about it in a solution way, or are we going to talk about it in a way that we already hear it all the time? You know, all right, there's black on black violence, there's this and there is that, rare, what can we do? Where's the respect aspect? What we can, this week alone, I was talking about putting on a function for the under 18s, and my head hurt me because the amount of talk that I got about, no, let's not do it because under 18s are out of control. You're going to have double security, you're going to have this, you're going to have that, you're going to have to do this, and basically don't do it. And I'm saying, how can we disregard our next generation like that? I think this time that as a solution we've got to start showing faith in our younger ones, and other people are saying, boy, Coolie, you're mad, you can't do it, you can't do it, and I don't know. So there's some to talk about the black on black violence. There's a little talk about today about the under 18s, and the March for Justice today. Like I said, I've been away for a couple of weeks. I got the information on the March for Justice, and I hope, like I said, in the ideal world, if it was an ideal world, there wouldn't be a need for the March for Justice, would they? You know what I mean? And Ron phoned up and he said if there's only 200 people there, he's turning back. And I can understand the concept on where he's coming from there, and I can also understand the concept when Sister D saying, well, if there's only one of us or two of us there, at least we're going to go through with it. So let's get one and two of your views out there, London Town, on them subjects. And also, should we give up on our children now, or should we double our efforts? You know, the talk of the lack of respect and what we can't do for them. I'm going to run a couple more of the jingles, got one and two readouts, and then the phone line's open, so, you know, it's your talk show, the People's Talk Show, so 0958 298 669, and give us a call and give me some input, okay?
Genesis FM, London Wide Radio, we're your friend, we're your friend, we're your friend.
God Squad, God Squad, 9216, 9216.
Okay, London Town, got to tell you one thing, boy. I am absolutely and deeply knackered today, but I'm going through and we're going to have some hello, check mic, check mode, mic check two. Get some little feedback and thing here. Okay, I'm going to go through and give you the information and certain things that's going on today, okay? Also happening today, the Soul Force Promotions invites a family forum, invites you to the monthly African communal gathering, all right? A chance to hear words of sound and power of Brother LD Bagandi, I think that is. Is that it? Bagandi, okay. Okay, messenger of the ancestors, all right? Today's topic is O.J. Simpson, okay? The murder trial or race war, plus the spellbinding. I can't pronounce these words, but anyway, it's on Sunday the 9th of March, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And it's at a new venue, and that's the William Morris Centre, Greenleaf Road, Walthamstow, E17 off Hoe Street. Travel Walthamstow Central, Victoria Line, 3497A 123 251 and 275. Take this call. Hello.
Is that Coolie?
Yes, it is.
You right?
You're right. You're live.
I think so.
Okay.
All right. Listen.
Mhm.
It's black on black business, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I've got something to say about it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Basically, there is some people in clubs and all that causing havoc to each other. Now, I've got a little experience. A little while back here, cousin of mine got killed.
Right.
All right. Now he went to a club. I don't know if I should mention the club in the era, but them that know what it is, yeah. And the point is, certain bouncers got their hand, yeah. And what they've done is like kill the young man for no reason.
Right. There was the bouncers that killed him, yeah.
Sounds like it, yeah. There was the bouncers.
Right.
All right. Now they know who they are, and there's people out there who know what happened.
Yeah.
And the situation is a whole family, is a whole of people, right, at the lives in the stop. Boy, you see, the boy never done nothing to nobody. Just went out for a good time with a couple of friends, end up dead. You know? And there's witnesses out there need to come forward and talk.
Right. I want to. That's what I want to touch on with you like this as well, right? Because like I said, I experienced it a couple of weeks ago, yeah. And the actual black on black violence, yeah. Yeah. And then the police came down, right? They came down. It was an situation. The police came down, okay. Before they came there, they took about 20 minutes to get there, right? But it seemed the eon, because when someone is basically being shot, you know, time just seems to drag. You're just waiting for ambulance, you're waiting for this and that. But like you said, the reaction of our people. I mean, it wasn't a policeman or a white person or an Indian person, anybody that came in and actually damaged the young brother. You know what I mean? It was another fellow black person.
Exactly.
Right, and then the police came, they locked off the scene, and everybody just like automatically clamped up, disappeared, and refused to give any form of cooperation. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
All they was on at the police was, oh, look how long it took you to get here, and blah blah blah. And some of the police officers turned around and said like, well, I mean, don't you see the severity of the situation? Someone is being either murdered or killed here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't do it, but we've come here to like basically help you. What are you going to do about it?
That's it.
You know? And I looked at the situation and I'm saying to myself, like when I came in here today, what are we supposed to do about it? If we don't do nothing about it, who the hell is?
That's it.
You know, if we don't, like they say, oh, it's informer or whatever. I mean, that person who killed, or those people that killed your brother, yeah?
Cousin, yeah.
Your cousin,
Yeah.
who are they? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, what are they doing for us? Or what are they doing for you? You know what I mean? I mean, basically, do these people deserve that kind of protection?
No.
Huh?
I mean, it hurts me because in the day, right, I felt to go down there and do some damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, people say it don't help, but at the moment, like, yeah, you're grieving, you want to do something. Now, the police are saying, well, I mean, if people come forward, it would help our case. Now, if nobody goes forward, then you can't really blame the police and say they didn't do nothing. Because they're standing there saying, well, you know what, we come down, we can only do so much. If you lot ain't willing to, like, come forward with the information, then we can't do more than that. Now, they don't really care. But if we give them the information, then there's no reason for them to stand there and say, well, we couldn't do the best, because as far as we're concerned, we've given all the information, you've now got everything you need to do to go out there and do the job. Right now, it seems that it's down in our court, and nobody's come forward to say, well, you know what, I saw this, or I saw it. I mean, I heard that people giving up, bogus names, you know. So the policeman saying, well, yeah, I've got 130 people at this club, right, and, like, we interviewed a lot of names, but we're not having problems trying to contact them.
Yeah, well, even like on that situation, they were taking down license plates, numbers, people's names. They basically locked the place down. You couldn't even get out unless you gave some form of name and address, right? But even at the situation, when I went forward and I gave my name, okay, the woman wrote it down wrong anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They don't
she wrote,
care.
like, oh, we ain't gonna get no information. They was just doodling. You get me?
Yeah,
It was like no.
emotions.
You know, because they've been in that situation so many times, they didn't even really, it was like they were just being seen to do their job. You get me? And then, I mean, like as a family person yourself, it's more, you're more looking to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'll be honest now, or say to you now, if you was a witness, now, if the foot was on the other hand, would you have given her your right name? Would you have given a false name, or would you have tried to get out of it the same way?
Well, I appreciate what you're saying. I understand, but as you rightly said, like, it's a family thing, you see it one way. But it's, as you said before, right, we're looking to ourselves, yeah? We've got to decide some point somewhere.
Yeah. We have to
We've got to
decide.
start doing the right thing.
And you know, like you said about you're not going to mention the club, right? Now, me.
You see, I would mention it, but you see, I don't know what situations, because, you know, it's like this, all right? The police say, oh, you're going to get involved, da, 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 da. Now, I don't want to make it sound, because for all I know, the club owner might be innocent. But if I mention the club now, right, and he fucks up, then things are going to go wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, like, I do feel up at your radio station mentioning it out. You're going to get in trouble.
Right. Well,
I'll mention the club.
Right. You know what I'm saying right now? Just, I know I touched the subject, but kind of watch your language. Is afternoon. It is Mother's Day, and
Exactly. Yeah.
all right then.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm going to mention the clubs with me now. Right. I mean, it's two ways. You know, like with me, I would mention. I don't feel no way about mentioning the club or the owner, right? Not the owner for the club, because like you saying, you believe it's the bouncers. Now there's two sides of every story, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But what again with me now, the security. A reason you go to a club, I've had this talk before, is you want to feel secure when you go inside.
Exactly.
Right. So you're searched. So
Yeah.
to stop you, so when you're inside, you know that there's no worries. I mean, a lot of the premises now, they give you a drink in a plastic cup, no bottles or any form of weapons are handed to you. But then, what I don't check for is like the security that's on this pally business.
That's
You
it.
know, the people they'll stop the average Joe blogs, and
Yeah.
give them a hard time. The quiet person, you know what I mean, and push up their chests.
See there.
Right, and then the bad boy them or the ones that they know that's gonna do the damage, they know that's packing, right? They don't trouble them.
They don't trouble them.
They don't leave them alone. And then again, they make a sample of. They never make a sample of the bad boy.
Never.
They always make a sample of the quiet one. You get me?
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
I've gone with the clubs with my bridge in them, and I've gone in quiet. I've been stopped at the door, and the
Yeah.
bouncer's gonna wave me, and I'm looked at them and said, okay, gone inside. And then I've seen people coming after me. The man them stopped me at the door for my dress code, and I've gone there smart. And then I've seen man go in
Yeah.
like they're coming from a football match.
Exactly.
And I'm
Yeah.
saying, and I've gone up to the bouncers after basically, because sometimes I let my mouth get me in trouble. And I've gone up to them and I said, yeah, what? You know something? You people always trouble the wrong people. You know what I mean? I come in here and I didn't mind being searched or harassed because
Yeah, you
I know that inside I feel safe.
Mm.
Then I'm inside and I'm looking at people like that I know, basically, I'm defenseless against.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Put me under a situation that I know that if I want to go somewhere, I can't be under that situation. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that has to be sorted out. I mean, there's a lot of codes and regulations that a lot of bouncers have to have now, IDs and things like that.
Yeah, but even that now.
Even
you
that, there's
know.
so much loopholes, isn't there?
Yeah, you know that. I mean, I know people on doors, right, who ain't got a license, but if you ask them for it, they flash a badge at you.
Mm.
You understand? And it's like, so what? Don't mean nothing. But at the end of the day, really and truly, I don't see why young kids should go out there. And if it was another person in there, then I said, well, fair enough, if I got into a little argument the other day. But if we're a bouncer, yeah?
Yeah.
Take a hold of the boy and beat him the way they beat him. You understand? And from what the police are saying in the pathologist thing, like, it took more than one man to do the damage done to him. It is out of order. You know, and somewhere, somehow, some of these people who employ them should make sure that they're employing people that are going to respect the people then, because you're paying your money.
Mm.
You don't want to go in there. I mean, it's like you got a child, right, going out to a club, right? You don't children go clubs no more because you're afraid that they won't come back. And, and it's bad enough in the streets, but when you go into a club where you know, say, well, boy, you're sort of doorman and, outside to look after your interests inside, and they're the ones doing damage.
Mm.
You don't, I mean, it's like, you just, but I don't know. But like you say, man, it's no sort of thing on the chat about Mother's Day and shit like that, so at the end of the day, really, I just want to make it out that the bouncers them and the people that employ them should watch what they're doing, because, it's going to cause more black on black violence, because we're going to want to go back and get revenge.
That's right.
You understand? And it ain't going to help our community, and the police don't stand back and watch. Every time they come down there, they can sit back and go, well, boy, you know what? No problem. You lot can't sort your own people out, man. Why should we? You don't respect us anyway. And in fairness, it's to the advantage.
Yeah, well, that's the situation. When I saw it down there, it's like for first hand, and I saw the reaction on both sides. You know what I mean? And I just stopped back and I had a look, and even like the hassle that they was given. You know what I mean? Even I had to say, well, look, you know what I mean? To get out of the place, you have to give a name and address. It's that simple, you know what I mean? They're not going to let you out unless you give a name and address. Exactly. What name and address you give is entirely up to you. But you arguing with them
ain't going to make no difference.
So, give her a name and go home. You know what I mean? And the reason a lot of them basically got caught, not caught, you know what I mean? But they were voyeurs. They wanted to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A load of people just headed. You know what I mean? But the rest of them just voyeurs wanted to see what's going on. And then they got caught up in it. But the people that committed the crime had long gone. It was probably the first ones out the door.
Long gone, damn right as well.
You know what I mean? And everybody else who got searched and kind of, not harassed, but, you know what I mean, intimidated or whatever, was just voyeurs, you know what I mean? So, all right then. What's your name where you're calling from?
Huh?
What's your name?
Elephant Castle.
Elephant Castle.
Yeah, everybody knows me, so Wazi.
All right then, lad.
Listen, I want to give my mum respect and everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and everybody else out there, all the mothers, and, you know what I mean, just like, love the kids, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, thanks for chat, yeah?
One blood, yeah, one love, yeah? Respect the car. Right. Okay, so, again, the black on black violence. I mean, that people would say, oh, it's Mother's Day, let's talk about some light subjects, but or whatever. You know, I wanted to talk about definitely the black on black violence, but our responsibility in the situations that we get ourselves into. Okay, for example, now if we put on a function or we advertise a function and you go down there to this function and something happens to one of your children or to yourselves, where does the blame lie? Or where's the solution in finding or solving the problem to it? Are we to blame because we advertised it? Are the promoters to blame because they put on the function? You know, is there anyone to blame? What is the solution? Or are we ourselves to blame because when the black on black violence occurs, we do nothing about it? We don't help to catch the criminals, or they are criminals anyway, you know, or the perpetrators of the crime. We just clam up and don't let nobody know what's going on. You know, should we or shouldn't we? You know what I mean? Just them little things there. Okay, all right. Today, the March for Justice from Brixton to Downing Street. Okay, first caller of the evening said he's going down there, but if there's only 200 people, he's turning back. How many of you sitting in your house right now have no intentions of going to the march? And then, why are you not going to go? How many of you there are going to go to the march? You know what I mean? Even give us some calls. If you're going to the march, phone up and let us know that you're going to the march and why you're going to the march. And if you're not going to the march, again, phone up and say why. What do you think? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of talk, and you know what I mean, in memory of Oscar Okayu, who died after arrest by Streatham police. And many more people have died in police custody and things like that. But are you going to march? It's got their Civil Rights UK, the Oscar family. Is it a family thing or is it a complete unity thing? Again, it's Mother's Day. Somewhere run a jingle, and again the number is 0958 298 669. Okay, it's a brand new number, so write it down for the Genesis for the time being. It's 0958 298 669. Okay, once again, we've been off for a while. We're back on again, and we hope to keep it rolling as hard and as strong as possible, so keep the input going.
Who goes there? The God Squad.
91.6 FM.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Black.
Yes, how you doing?
Yeah, you know what, I was just phoning to tell you that, not being disrespectful or nothing, but I wouldn't go to the march, you know. What is it, March for Justice, yeah?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what is that supposed to achieve?
Well, right. Okay, then let's give us your point of view across why you wouldn't. You won't go there because you don't think it's going to achieve nothing, yeah?
Nah, I don't think you get any feedback from a march.
Right. Okay. What other solutions then would you then just do nothing, or have you got other solutions?
I would say something more effective to me, I would think, would be to do like, I'm not saying I'm a follower of Farrakhan, but do a march like what he done, where you don't buy nothing and you rebel against the system that way. You understand? And then certain things become powerless.
Right.
That's how I feel. If we all do that together, we achieve things. What does a march do?
Right. Okay. All right. I'll take one point at a time. Yeah. Farrakhan, right, made a.
As I said, I'm not a follower.
No. I know that. I'm not saying that. I'm not. Hear what I'm saying. That point there. What about he did the Million Man March, and it showed a unity there.
Yeah.
You know, and that unity alone gave him so much power. You know, he made him public enemy #1 in a way as well. But it gave him so much power because he had 1 million people out there. He's just showing that support. But it wasn't a march for justice, it was just a march for unity, you get me? A million man march to show that we had the strength, you know what I mean? So maybe
they were all in one place at one time for one day, yeah?
Yeah.
What about the other 365 or 64 days?
Right. Again, the other 365 days, what that did, that showed that he could command or bring together that amount of people at one time, and showed them that those people was out there and wanted something different. All those
Yeah.
people that came, they came under the same concept. They wanted. It just showed. It's like now, like the earlier caller said, if only 200 people turn up at that meeting,
What
right?
do you get from showing, though? What do you get from showing
What,
people?
what do we get? What do we get
Who are
from
we
showing?
showing?
Who
are we showing?
We basically, we're showing ourselves. You know, I look at it that way.
Yeah.
We're showing ourselves that we can come together. We're
And
showing
what do we
ourselves that
get
we
from
can.
that?
Yeah, but then we have to take it on from there. If we just let it go for that one day and forget about it, then nothing is basically achieved.
Yeah,
You
but
know
we're
what I mean?
having marches. We're having endless marches for some reason. We had one for Brian Douglas. There's going to be one for Stephen Lawrence. There's going to be one
there?
for peace and justice and march. This justice thing that you're talking about. But what are we getting from it? We're still in the same position.
Right. Okay. We, in a sense, right.
Don't you think if we all came together, the same unity business, but on a more permanent basis, a
Yeah.
more stronger level, marching doesn't do nothing.
Right. So then, what? Then, in a sense, now, like, all right, then put it on a.
I'm not saying it doesn't show unity, because it does, but we're not united as a people.
Right.
So what we unite for one day, and then the rest of 364 days we're still not united. We're still going out there to the club this weekend, and we're going to kill a man or whatever. Do you understand? Not saying that's what I do, but that's how the attitude is. So what we're showing for one day for, it's better we all come together and have a certain program, that we're just going to stick to. We don't buy for a whole week or a whole month. We can stock up for, and if we want to. You know what I mean? At least I'm not saying we just don't do nothing. We do a program and it mash up the system. It's just one simple thing that we all have to come together and do, you know. Stick together on a permanent basis, not for one day. March up to Brixton and police take man and destroy a man's life from there on. What kind of foolishness is that? When you march, all they do is wait for an incitement of violence, rush in, can cause a ruckus. Certain people are getting taken away. They got record after that. That's your problem. You understand? Even though a record don't do nothing, because me, I've got criminal record. I don't give a damn. It don't do nothing. You get me? At the end of the day, it doesn't make me a bad person. I'm a good person. You understand? But certain things you have to do in life to get through. You might have to do a badness. You get me? But at the end of the day, a march to me doesn't say nothing. We need to do something more powerful, more progressive. You understand? Something together on a more permanent basis.
Right. All right then. Now, all right. I understand where you're coming from on that situation there, right? Now, saying that, all right, the march is not going to do nothing, right? What?
It does show unity.
It does show unity. Okay. Don't worry
all.
about that. I'm not getting into that now. I want to look on some solutions, or because we only do the things that we know already. You know what I mean? So if you're coming with an idea or a concept.
Yeah. Well, that's my concept is that we do something concerning money and knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, of certain things. Now, knowledge is key, and the wisdom, and understanding, overstanding is the key to power and wealth or life. You understand? When you know certain things, you know how to counteract certain things that are coming to you in life. With money now, that's an infinitive thing that they put there to take you away from learning certain things. Yeah, I'm a man that takes things from all religions, all aspects of life, and I'll weigh up for myself and how it situates on me. You get me? Now, with money, we need to break that system. Yeah, before they kept coming with this credit card thing and this barcode thing and all of that, and then we need to learn and, you understand, wake up as a black people, Lion of Judah, them kind of vibes there. You get me?
Okay.
That's my concept, basically. Marching don't do nothing. It shows that you're united, and we're united. We're not united.
Right.
We need to get united, and not just for one day of the year, for every single day, because everything runs on a daily basis, not just for a celebration like Mother's Day. So like I bought my mum a Mother's Day card. I had to tell her in the card, you're in my thoughts every day, not just for Mother's Day. That don't mean nothing to me, Mum. But just true say, everybody's getting a Mother's Day something. I'm getting you something, you get me? Simple as that. But certain things, it's mashing us up because we ain't got the knowledge. We're following foolishness. You know what I mean? We need to get together more permanently. You see a black brother out there, you sit down and you reason with him, and you and him can share certain ideas. You know what I mean? Instead of fighting with him and marching, though. Marching don't do nothing as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. All right, Brad. Respect your call
nice
and your
one,
input. Keep it locked, yeah?
Yeah.
Peace. Okay. There we go. Marching doesn't do nothing. It's just going to show it for one day. And I don't, me personally, I don't know. Where do we go? What do we do then? You know, is the idea of overstanding and the unity, but really and truly now, what are we supposed to do then? What are we supposed to do? Hello.
Hi, this is Sue from New Cross.
Hi, Sue.
I couldn't resist but to phone in after that last caller.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to go to the march now.
Right.
And, pardon?
Yeah, go ahead.
And offers myself as a steward. And if there's anybody that wants to be a steward for the day, they can arrive at the library for 1:30. That's when the meeting for the stewards is, yeah? Mm-hmm. But going back to that guy, he sounds like a conscious man, yeah? But in the effect that we can all talk, and a lot of us have got good ideas here, but what we do not do is go and educate others. He's talking about education, but it'd be nice if he comes down to Civil Rights UK and actually voice his opinion. There is going to be a meeting, a follow-up to the march. We can only start small and work big, but if everybody keeps knocking the next man down and putting them off from being a positive vibe, where are we going to get? We're fussing and fighting with ourselves. He's saying we mustn't fuss and fight, but come down to us UK and talk to the people there. Meeting in 2 weeks' time, you can air those views and talk about those things that you're talking about, not buying into the system. Don't buy Mother's Day card. You bought the Mother's Day card, but you're just saying to us, we mustn't buy into the system. But you do. It's inevitable. We do it. Yeah. And unless we all come together and talk about it constructively, you know, not necessarily on the airwaves, but in our own little forum, how are we going to move on?
I mean, I know that's something we have. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, we don't do this or don't do that. We've got to do something.
Yeah.
We have to do something. But what we do and what do we do to follow it up? What do we do to keep it going stronger? We've got to start the walk to make the momentum get bigger. You know what I mean? But there's like people say, well, don't even start that. I mean, how can you get an understanding or a communication with people if you're reasoning 1-to-1? It's better that you reason 1 to 200 and then from 200.
Yeah, everybody's at home judging everybody's going on the march. Everybody's at home sitting back saying, no, I'm not going to the march. I'm not going to the march. Yeah. Nobody wants to offer. Nobody with space wants to offer the black people that want to organise things free hall space.
Yeah.
Do something like that. Offer some free hall space. When you're holding a dance, advertise also that there's things in the community that are going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't just focus on you, yourself, and the money you're going to profit from it. Go out there into the community and help. There's loads of organisations. I mean, me myself would like to know of more things that's going on for black people.
That's right.
But everybody's keeping the information to themselves. Well, how are we going to grow? I've told people about the march. A lot of people kind of like, yeah, I ain't got time for that, or blah, blah, blah. But they talk big, but they don't want to actually do. But that brother, he sounds like he's got something good to say. So come down to Civil Rights UK in a couple of weeks' time. We're organising a meeting.
And
that's what I'm saying.
That's what at the end of the day, right? You have to see the response. If you don't make no move to do it, then you're not going to see or know where you are. You know what I mean? Even going down and you're making a march. I mean, all right. How is the publicity going for it? And when you go, are you going to get to Downing Street or are you going somewhere else?
No, what's happening? They're walking to Downing Street. There's going to be a group of representation from the march going to hand in the petition, yeah? So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep walking slowly past, because the police are saying that we cannot stop outside there. Right. So we're walking slowly past, and what they're going to do is say that they're going to make an announcement to the people where we're going next. They're going to walk further down past Downing Street and then address the crowds and stuff like that. And then what we're hoping to do is proceed with everybody going to Charing Cross Tube Station to make their way home, or whatever the next point is, which is Charing Cross is the main tube station down there. Right. But we don't want everybody to disperse one by one, you have to see what I mean. We want everybody to stay together because, let's say the police obviously are there. That is a good target point for them. If they want to stop people and question them, because you can do the stop and search, that is the ideal time to do it when we're all leaving the march. So what they're saying is best in numbers if you sort of stay together and go calmly where you're going, you understand?
That's like even this thing, like, or at the march, I mean, you can only take it from the first move and then see where it goes. And like you said, it would have been a lot nicer. I mean, there's a lot of black organisations out there. There's a lot of hall spaces. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, if even like you go to Downing Street and if there was somewhere that you could meet afterwards and talk about what's going on, and people then could disperse at their own leisure instead of like they go out there and then it's all right, how do you get home? You get home this way or that way, and leaving yourselves as targets out there. Because, i.e., when you get down to the Downing Street, the people them have to be aware that only like a 6 people or delegation are only legally allowed to go down Downing Street. You know what I mean? And put in the petition. So that means if there's 1,000 or 200 people, even that 200 people aren't allowed to stand up there and wait. They've got to keep on moving.
You've got to keep them slowly moving to be seen to be walking along still, you understand? So we could just walk at the slowest pace. But, you know, as I said again and again, I hope that guy does come. I hope he feels that he can do something productive. He sounds like he's got some good ideas. And everybody else out there, just come and see. If you don't check for what's happening at the meeting, then so be it. But at least come. Yeah. You know what I mean? We'd be glad to see everybody down there. I'm nobody, you understand? But I just want to make a difference, just like everybody else. You want to make changes. You want to make a difference to other people's lives. So we hope that's what we can achieve today. It's a beginning point. Let's not just talk big and not do nothing. Yeah.
But let's hope, see, like you're saying that you're nobody, but you are somebody, and, you know...
Well, you know, I'm just a little person then, in a big crowd of people then, that's what I mean. I don't mean personally I'm nobody, but you know.
Don't be disenchanted by anybody else's views. You've got to be strong in what you're going to do, you know?
I'm continuing. I'm going to just go with the flow and try and educate myself, because at the end of the day, I don't want to die of ignorance, you understand?
You know,
so that's my piece.
All right, then. Thank you for your call.
Bye.
You take care. Okay, 09582986669, okay? 09582986669. Hello, Genesis.
Yeah, hello. I'd like to add something, because I did hear this discussion some few weeks ago, and a lot was said, but one thing I noticed was that, are you hearing me clearly?
I'm hearing you fine, yes.
All right, then.
Okay, one point I want to ask you. You heard this discussion. What discussion, and where and when did you hear it?
It was the march. It was concerning the march. About 3 Sundays ago.
Right.
And one thing I do know is that, yes, I was critical last time, but one thing I do know is that there are lots of brothers out there. I meet them that are trying to do a lot of constructive things for the community. Some are succeeding, some are not.
Right.
And I know so many people are committed, they work hard. But one thing I do know, studying other communities, I know that why our marches don't seem to work is simply because people who should be taking responsibility because of their fame or their leadership, they are not doing it. If the Jewish people have something going for them, you see a big Jewish millionaire like Alan Sugar, he comes to the forefront. He doesn't stay behind. But when it comes to our black leaders, the politicians, the sportsmen, the millionaires, and so on, they draw back. I was wondering, how big a crowd will Frank Bruno draw if he was there? Or if it was somebody like Bernie Grant, if one of our prominent men came out and said they will lead this march, they will be able to do much more than 1,000 of us could do, or 10,000 of us could do, or in the radio station as you are encouraging this initiative. If there was somebody famous or powerful or influential there, it will draw attention internationally, and it will draw attention amongst the people, and it will encourage people to go. But somebody like me, I'm an ordinary person like the lady who just called, we want to do something, but at the end of the day, we know that even if we are 5,000, what difference are we going to make? Because the people who are influential, who can even make an impact without marching, they won't march. So one thing I will encourage is that if there are groups that can be organized to consult or put pressure on those forefront in our society, those that God has blessed or have the good fortune of being influential, such people should be allowed to, such people should be encouraged or coerced into spearheading our initiatives, because I think that way they will attract larger crowds, more influence, more international press. And for instance, one could give example of like Muhammad Ali. When he won his gold medal, he was treated, although he was welcomed with the national anthem, and when he won the gold medal in Rome, the national anthem, American national anthem was played for him. When he went back home, he wasn't allowed to eat in the restaurant. He got some photographers, some people together, and he threw his gold medal into the River Ohio. It spread around. It spread around the world that racism is in America. And after that, we had cases of Tommy Smith, who instead of waving the American flag, he put on his black glove, and it set off a trend of things. Those people contributed so much to the awareness that in America that there's so much racism, and all those things helped in one way, the civil rights, positively, because there was no Malcolm X who was too violent, or there was no Martin Luther King who they considered an Uncle Tom. So if our sportsmen or our actors stop being coconuts or stop trying to pull away and contribute something, spearhead something for once, then, and in fact, to conclude it is surprising. Last year, that very gold medal Muhammad Ali threw away, he was re-awarded it. So many people who are scared of their position, if they do something that is right, even if they lose something temporarily, what is yours, you never lose it. Later in future, they will get it back and even greater. So that's my contribution to your program.
Thank you very much. Very, very wicked contribution. You know what I mean? It was a wicked. After everything you said just made sense. Complete.
All right.
Respect, yeah?
All right, then.
Nice.
Okay, bye.
Okay. So, like the gentleman said, he's a little man, and like the sister before, she was a little sister. And that brother just knocked it on the head, like he just had the hammer. He had the aim, and he just clamped it one time. Hello, Genesis.
Hi, it's Abdullah from New Cross.
Hello, Abdullah. How you doing?
Salam. I just want to say something with regards to, I think it was the previous caller, the guy that was negative towards the marches. Yeah?
Yeah. The previous caller, he wasn't negative towards the march. I don't think he was negative towards the march, but there was a caller, two callers before that was.
No, not the last caller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Negative caller to the march, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, one brother was talking about knowledge.
Yes.
You see, we have to crawl before we can run. You get me? We can't just go out there and organise million-man marches and all the rest of it, yeah? And we can't crawl. You get me? We have to show strength and unity in small things. That's where it counts, yeah? And if we can show strength and unity in small things, then yes, we can grow, become strong, and show huge power, yeah, in big things. Yeah, so that brother needs knowledge. You get me? He talked of knowledge, but he needs knowledge. You know what I mean? This is a march which is going down today, and we all should go and participate. Whoever can participate should go and participate in that march. You get me? To show unity and strength. You know what I mean? Very brief.
Even for self-awareness, to go down there and see, because if you're not aware of the situation, you know what I mean, you can't judge it. The people,
that's
too
right.
much prejudging.
That's right.
There's too much sitting. They've prejudged it. They've made their idea. They've made their motion of how it's going to be and what it's going to be like, and whether they should partake or not.
No,
what do they want? They want it if it's glamorous. They're there. You know what I mean? If it's not, it's like, well, I'll come or not. You know, I've been like this last couple of weeks, like with the station off. I've been looking around and seeing certain things, and you know, and I've looked at it and taken back a different concept on certain things. You know what I mean? I'm not changing my ideas or nothing. You get me?
Yeah,
but I've looked back and I'm seeing where certain people are coming from, and where they'll talk of the strength and they talk of this and that, but where they're really coming from. You know what I mean?
That's right, blood. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to hold up the line no longer, but the brother needs knowledge. You get me? We have to call before we can run. That's
Some
all I have to say.
people have got too much knowledge. They say they've got the knowledge, and that knowledge stops them from doing anything.
That's right. So it's hampering progress.
That's right. It's better to have no knowledge and go and see and learn something differently.
That's right. You know what I mean? So assalamu alaikum, brother.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Peace. Yeah. 0958 298 669. We're mentioning about the marches, concept of we should go, we shouldn't go. What if you are going? Tell us why you're going. If you're not going, again, you can tell us why you're not going. These we hopefully will get some positive vibes from this day, Sunday the 9th of March. Okay. Hello, Genesis.
Hello, Blood. It's the same brother again.
Okay.
Now, this is what I'm saying about how this march thing doesn't do nothing. I didn't diss the march or nothing. I said that to you a couple of times, yeah?
Yeah.
But people have phoned you up saying that I need knowledge. People would only like things when they're domestic. That's what you just said. And people said I need knowledge. And I think I'm knowledge. But at the end of the day, I did not say that. I said we all need to be educated to a certain program and all stick to that program. If we are all marching, yeah, I did not diss the march. I just said I don't see what it does for us, yeah. I said it shows unity, but that's all. It doesn't change nothing. Now, people are saying that everybody's quick to, you know what I mean, find fault. But look how much people have already phoned in and said, that brother, that brother, that brother. You understand? Get a program, man. Marching. What are you going to do with marching? What is it? What are you going to do? You're going to go there, you're going to tell people, how many years have people been marching? People have been marching since the 60s, the 50s. And what? We haven't grown no stronger. We're in a worse position now. Well, not even in a worse position, but we're still on the same level. It's to switch from beaten by the policeman to death. You understand? Blatant death. So why are people always jumping? They always got something to say. I'm just saying that I don't see the point in March.
Right, okay. Again, right, it's a two-way street in the judgment side of thing, right? I mean, you're judging it from experiences, so you put it down to experience that so it ain't gonna get no better, okay? Right?
No, what I'm saying to
Hold
you
on 1 minute, yeah?
Get on with from...
The gentleman 2 calls after you that mentioned about our celebrities.
We need a leader.
The leaders.
We need a leader, somebody who's famous. Why don't we do that then? Organise a march like that then.
What we see, we can only make people aware, and then the famous want to affiliate themselves to it, but they affiliate themselves to the march or to the situation. But remember, they're living comfortable. They don't want to rock the boat.
Yeah, so all right then. Forget leaders. Anyway, the woman said also that you shouldn't buy a card if you feel that you don't want to buy a card. But that is the kind of circle that we're in. My mum would think that I am like crazy if I said certain things. But if I don't buy a card now, she's going to think, he's a worthless son. Why you never buy me a card? But at the same time, I don't agree with the card thing, but we still have to get the card thing. We have to get flowers and celebrate the certain day. But to me, every day is Mother's Day. You understand? There's certain little points that I'm saying, but people have to take it clearly. Don't take it offensively.
Well, what I'm saying, on that point there, right, bro, or Bridget or whatever, you see, like, if every day is Mother's Day, then you wouldn't need to buy the card. Again, it's like, if you're buying the card to prove that you love her, you're falling into the circle
I'm buying the card, not for myself. I'm buying a card for my mum. From your mum. That is what she expects. That's what she expects. That's right. You understand?
I know.
Now, I'm not saying that.
Situation.
Obviously, you do need to buy the card because your mum would like to see that. If I go around there with nothing in my hand, she's gonna think, well, everybody else I get card on me. I get no card and them thing. What's my son on? You get me? At the same time, I'm saying to myself, the card thing is the foolishness, just like a lot of the other things we've got. You understand? The other little celebrations, the other little days, Christmas Day and April Fool's Day and May Day, and what is all of that?
Okay, all right then. All right, we've been there, we've done that, we've seen that, so we're going to just move on. All right, bro?
That's what I was saying about the marching. We've been there, we've done it, and we've seen it. Let's get on from marching. Let's do something progressive.
All right.
Thank you, yeah?
Respect, yeah?
Nice one.
Okay, once again, it's 1 o'clock, 0958 298 669. Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon, Genesis.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I think one of the things that the last caller, the brother man, was asking is, after the march, what happens? Because I think what he's trying to say is that there's been a number of marches, but people just march, and he doesn't really see what the effect is, what actually happens after the march. So that's a question I'm putting out to whoever wants to answer it. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so, all right, the concept of the march, what's going to happen afterwards, okay? What is in the process? What are the plans to go after the march? A young lady phoned up earlier on and said there's going to be another meeting within 2 weeks' time after the march. So get in contact with Civil Rights UK at 411A Brixton Road, London, SW9, 0171 501 9394. And they do intend to take it further than just the march for this week, okay? Hello, Genesis.
Hi, Coolie.
Hello.
Simba speaking.
Yes, Simba.
Yes, I'm listening to the reasoning about the march. Seeing very interesting. And enough things are being said that are positive. Even going to a march can be seen positive still on a unifying way, like many people have already said, see? But just like that brother come in and say, me have to really ask, what's it going to do, see? And I've been sitting down because like enough people have said, well, if you're not going to go on the march and think, see, or an alternative something, yeah? So me I think black people need to do something that's going to affect the system that have them in bondage, see? And it's like, you go on a march, they're not going to change the law just through your march that day, there, or put certain things into effect, you know what I mean, bring up certain agenda in Parliament. You know, we handed in petition when 13 dead and nothing said. We handed in petition all the time. See? Stephen Lawrence's mother cry. See? John Major even get up and say, yeah, you know, we have to do something because we have to find the killers. See? But who said they not find them already? See? We don't point out some people who do for do it already, and then people still are walk street. See? Now, coming to a suggestion now, see? I think, well, watch now, why we not do something like a black workers' strike? See? Because I'm sure, look how much black people work in places like London Underground or in the National Health Service. See? I know for nurses to really come out of work, even for one day, that's going to put a lot of people's life on the line, you know, right? And it's sad, you know. It's really sad that, boy, enough people is going to die on that day because there ain't enough nurses in there. But nurses go on strike for pay. See? So why can't black women, right, strike? Black nurses, why can't they strike for their youths that are dying every day? See, now why can't the black man who work in a London Underground just say, you see what, today me not work, you know, right? Because we have to go show the system something. Not just show John Major, show the system, right? The people who go to work to keep the system going can't go to work if me not drive that train, or if me not stand up there and take ticket.
That's right.
See? Right? We have to do things that are going to affect the system. See? Right? I'm sure if all the black men them who work for London Underground come out, right? And they don't even have to tell their boss, say, yeah, me have strike because of black man dead, because they'll lose their job, right? But I'm sure enough black men, right, have got important things to do certain times, and they take a sickie. You know what I mean?
There's so many of them anyway, Simba. I think really, what is the fear factor of it? You see, like, if I come out and two of my brothers don't come out, then I'm going to get sacked. But if everybody came out, if all the nurses, all the black nurses, because there is white nurses, Greek nurses, Indian nurses who wouldn't come out, you get me?
Yeah.
So, but if all the black people then came out, right, and their jobs, but knew they had no worries, if there was a real unity and had no worries that their brother or their sister weren't going to come out, we could do it.
But the thing is, right, even if one man come out, see, or two man come out, or 100 man come out, and some people still go to work, right, you don't have to come out and tell your boss, say you're coming out to go for a march, or you're coming out because blah, blah, blah. Just take a sick day.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Take a sick day. See? And you know this million man march business, right? What we need to do in England, because you see, England is the mother for even America and Australia and all them places. These are the belly of the beast, you know. We're living in the intestines. See? And see, what we need to do is bust them bladder. See? What we need is a million man and a million woman march. See, we have to double what they do in America. I'm sure there's a million black man here and a million black women. And we have to stand alongside the woman them. See? Right? It's a unity thing, a family thing, you know, not just man thing, you know. See? We need a million man and a million woman march, see? Right? To really show. Because you see, one thing about a million man march, right? In America, they had the million man march. No laws have changed since then. right? And it didn't really, because I heard you say, yeah, it gives Louis Farrakhan some more power.
Yeah.
But it didn't only give him more power, it empowered everybody who went there. Because everybody who went there saw what he saw and felt what he felt. When you're around 1 million people of your own in a foreign land, then you really realize that, yeah, we can mobilize things. See? And it brings a realization to your mind. See? So it does empower you. See? It's more than just unity. It's a form of empowerment. See? But we have to, if we have a march for the right reasons. You like, that Million Man March, they didn't march to change anything. Yeah. They were just marching to show the system, say, listen, you think we're all on crack and all in prison? At the blow of a whistle or at the snap of a finger, we can mobilize, you know. So don't F with we. See? And are them things that we need to deal with and really deal with things that will affect the system.
Simba, in a sense then, right, instead of, because like if we put a title to it, like a march for justice or a march because of police brutality, right, we're alienating certain people who's not going to come out because of the wording of the actual march.
Yeah.
Right? So then, if we say we're just going to have a Black Family Day.
Yeah, a Black Family Day for self-empowerment.
Yeah, so we can show that we are there, whether it's to discuss or to mention what we want to do, and then other people that know said it's just a Black Family Day to show that we are about.
Yeah, man, it's just a day where we're gonna stand up and be counted.
Yeah.
You know, stand up and be counted. If I that, then I that. Yeah. See, but if we are gonna march for handing little piece of paper for a boy, we grow up in a Brixton and then even care about no Brixtonian. See, and even care about no black man in nowhere in England, in Europe or in the world. See, like if they don't care about me and you here, they don't care about me and your brothers in Jamaica or in Africa or anywhere, you know. See, so I have to really think what we are doing. I'm not dissing the march, see, but just like the other brother, I'm wondering what's it going to do. See, and like the sister did say, yeah, if anybody's going to come on and say that, then they must make a suggestion. So my suggestion is the all-out strike business, see, and empowerment business. See?
Okay.
One love, respect.
One love, respect. Okay, this is a suggestion from one of our very own DJs there, Simba. He does a show on Saturdays called the Tour of the Motherland. That's the African show on Saturdays afternoons between the hours of 2 and 4. You can also catch the Mystery Man 326, another partner of the Simba, on Tuesday nights, Wednesday mornings between the hours of 3 and 6. Hello, Genesis.
Hello, good morning, Genesis.
Good morning.
I agree with the first brother that talk about boycotting all industries such as supermarkets, Sainsbury's and Tesco and them place there. And the brother we just don't talk about the one-day strike. I agree with that fully. About time we as black people get up and do something, man. For real. The march thing, I not for the march I gotta do nothing really, but people forgot and show solidarity. But me agree with the boycott, man.
Okay, so we're gonna just have you dealing with it. You agree with the boycott for one day? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And what concept? How do you think that we can implement it then? How are we gonna know who's gonna come out or who just set a date? How are we gonna implement that then?
Well, we set a date.
Yeah.
Like a Tuesday or a Thursday, and we meet at Clapham Common and have a family day, like you said.
Yeah. And you know another thing about that again, like you say in Clapham Common, right? That was the thing that was on my mind about the march. We march up into West End and Hyde Park Corner. Then we don't really meet there, do we?
No,
we don't
they
really
don't want to be up there, so.
You know
we don't go there, so.
Yeah.
Where we meet.
Yeah, one of our
free players.
Yeah.
And that's so we can talk and see everybody. And then them have to come to we.
Yeah, instead of going to them. Yeah, all right.
That's all I have to say, really.
All right, then.
Give thanks.
Respect the call, yeah, nice.
Respect.
Okay, some good suggestions coming in there. There was a planning a meeting and support before on the Friday, the 28th of February 1997, okay, and that was at the Brixton Town Hall. Now, the people, the Civil Rights UK, they had that meeting to get the input and information from the people there. Now they've set the ball rolling for this one, and I believe that we should support the march, okay, in a sense of the concept of let's go out there and show something, right? But like some of the suggestions of the boycotting of businesses and also meeting somewhere where we are, Clapham Common, Fordham Park, Lewisham, you know what I mean, at the Ladbroke Grove side, that's where we are, that's where we congregate, these are our places. Ain't nothing for us at Hyde Park or in the West End, and that's the same thing we was talking about this week. Hello, Genesis.
Yes, Genesis.
Yes.
Abdullah again.
Yes, Abdul.
Yes, first things first, respect to all the callers that's calling in. And briefly again, we need to march because I agree with the boycotting and the unity and all the rest of it. But you see this march will show who will participate in the boycotting. You get me? This is what I'm going back to say the same thing again. Right?
Yeah.
We need, yeah?
That's why I said we have to support this one. This is the first step. We can't diss the first step because we've got different ideas. We've got to take the first step and then improve it. You know,
that's right.
Input with it with the next idea and go on from there. Because like I say, if we don't turn up to this one, then why make another suggestion? We've got to turn up to this one and show that there is some form of solidarity, and then put our ideas either to the organisers of this march or help them organise the next movement from there.
That's right, blood. Because, yeah, me personally, right, I'm not down with this system, okay? So that's me as an individual who stands alone, okay? But there's millions. You get me? There's millions out there that's probably like me, and there's millions again out there that's not like me. I'm just one of many. But we need this march to stand alone, in unity. You get me? If not, we can talk about boycotting. Yeah, and when the time comes to boycott, boy, listen, who's going to boycott what?
You know, like this march now, for example, right, okay, they're going to meet at Brixton. They're going to meet at Brixton Town Hall, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to say we're going to march to Downing Street, right? But at the end of the day, only 6 can go down, or a concession can only go down to the actual place.
Where's this actual place? Because I don't really know enough about this march, you know.
Right,
I'm just
Downing
tuning
Street,
in the radio.
Right, okay, what happened now, you see, by law, yeah, they changed the law must be about 3 years ago, about meetings and marches, right? They did it not for us, they did it for all the trade union things because of the poll tax marches and all that, yeah? So actually, no matter who marches, even if it's the nurses or the doctors, yeah, they can march slowly, but when they actually get to, they won't be allowed to go down Downing Street, yeah?
Okay.
Only maybe 6, I think it's a matter of 6 can actually walk down there, it might be even less.
6 people?
6 can actually walk down to Downing Street itself to hand in the petition, okay? So then what happens now, you've all marched up to the West End, and then you've got basically, like they said, where to go from there. Yeah, whether you go to Charing Cross or the tube station. So when you meet up at Brixton, like the last caller said, why not go to Clapham Common?
Yeah.
And the organisers jump in their car and take a nice cruise drive up there, hand in the petition, and we can have a day in the park to talk and chat about what we want to chat about, somewhere where we are. But
absolutely.
That's another solution. That's another thing. But like I said, they had a meeting on February the 28th to talk about these planning things. But it's gone now, so we have to do it the way that it's been set out. You know, we have to do it this way. So, all right, we'll see how many people go to Brixton Town Hall, Brixton Library at the Oval, yeah, at 2 p.m. or 1:30. And if there's a good wicked turnout, then you know you know what happens then. You know, just wicked turnout just empowers you to march.
Of course.
It empowers you. You know what I mean? It just empowers you to go. You know what I mean? So if there's only 50 or 200 people, that's not really empowering you. You get me? But there's 1,000 and 2,000 people. It don't matter where you're marching to, Bridget, because I've been there. You get me? You just go.
That's right.
The unity, you just feel it just because the person next to you is there for the same reason. The electricity just carries you there.
That's right, man. It's a vibe.
You know what I mean? But the last march we had, right, was in a working day. It was a Monday or a Tuesday. It wasn't a Sunday. It wasn't a weekend day. Yeah. So when we marched past the schools, and the kids came out of the school. You get me? People came out of work at the time because it was a working day. This is our day of rest. We should take our days of rest.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And work.
Yeah,
man.
All right, then. Yeah.
Because it's work.
Yeah.
It's work. It's serious work. This is serious work. You get me? You know what I mean? Because I'm willing to boycott any and everything that is negative towards I and the people. You get me? No matter what it is, regardless of what cost to me, I'm willing and able. This morning, 1 minute, blood, this morning I woke up, good frame of mind, to take my wife and the kids, you know, rare. Put on the radio and I'm hearing this talk, you know. So right now, my program's change.
Right.
You get me? My program's change, man. You get me? That's me as an individual. I will go, support, I'm there, whatever. Whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. You get me? But I'm there. But I'm just one of many.
Right.
You get me, blood?
Okay then, brother.
Peace, yeah?
Peace.
All right.
Okay, the March for Justice is at Brixton, leaving from the Brixton Library Oval. Okay, 2 p.m. moving off at 2:30 p.m. Okay. Organisers and sponsors are the Oscar family, okay, and Civil Rights UK, and it's 411A Brixton Road, London, SW9, telephone number 0171 501 9394. And here on Genesis, we're an information station, and we're giving you the information to let you know what's going on, because this is what we're lacking, the actual to know what's going on. See, and a lot of people now who are sitting at home, sitting down to celebrate their Mother's Day, might have a change of mind today and say, all right, today I'm going to do this instead. And we are the information station to let you know what's going on, all right? Good afternoon, Genesis.
Hi, it's Andy Morris from Civil Rights UK.
Hi, Andy. How you doing?
Not too bad. I just thought I'd try and get some participation in here because I'm hearing a lot of negative vibes.
Right.
A lot of negative vibes. And I want people to think positive. I know that we've been talking a lot about the Million Man March and what that was set to achieve and whatever. Today, lots of people have been saying, oh, well, if 200 people turn up, then I'm not going to turn up. I think there'll be a lot more than that because at the meeting we had on the 28th of February, we probably had 200 people there alone, which was good. And everybody was on time. People were giving some good input to the debate and broadening the debate. What today is about is making a statement. And it's not so much even 200 people or 500 or whatever turn up to Brixton today. It's the potential 2 million black people across the country that will also be watching it on TV when we hand in the petition to Downing Street, to the Prime Minister and whatever we do there. And I think there's a lot of things, positive things, that can come out of today. People are talking about boycotting certain businesses, things like that. Now, the Nation of Islam have brought up a very, very good point, which I think is valid, and that's about the black pound. And I think we're forgetting that. I've heard it in debate on Genesis before about how we should educate ourselves when we're buying our clothes, when we're buying our food, and so on and so forth. Buying them from black businesses rather than white businesses, and I think that is a very, very key point. These things are very important when we take these issues into consideration. I think the key words are entertain, educate, and stimulate. That's what it's all about in the black community, and I think today is going to be quite a landstone. And the thing is, it's going to take some hard work to bring these things into fruition. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and there's only one place I know that success comes before work, and that's in a dictionary. So until we start educating ourselves and getting involved in things rather than being negative and saying, well, oh, it's not going to achieve nothing, I'm not going to turn up. That's what we've been doing for years when it comes to the vote. What is my vote going to do? So if we keep that kind of thing in our brains and all the time we keep saying, oh, well, I'm not going to vote, whatever, because there's nothing out there for me, then we never achieve anything. So I think there's a lot of things we need to take into consideration. And I hope that a lot of the people that have been talking on the radio today will turn up to the march, because I think it's necessary, because we need the support. We definitely need support. And I mean, I'll be down there shortly, and I hope to see a number of faces, because a lot of people have said they will support. And I mean, it's a good opportunity. I think there's a lot of things that can start from today. Today is only one day, you know, and there's a lot that can be achieved from it.
Okay, Andy, I'm glad for your call, and I'm glad that I know that you're locked and you're in. And like you said, you hope that a lot of people that turn up, and let's look on the positive side of things on this, you know what I mean? Let's look on the positive things. Let's, you know, even if our own little inner, maybe this, what's the word I'm looking for? Our own little inner worries put that aside,
for real.
go there with a positive mood, go down there and see. You know what I mean? Stop the prejudging business. And go down there and see, you know what I mean? Because you never know, today you might contribute to the turning point in our history in this country. You know?
For real.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
and
well,
we'll hope that
that's
we can
my
we'll take
input.
it from
I'm going to carry on listening to the debate until the march at 2:30, yeah?
Okay, and remember, when you get down to the march, again, give us a call back and let us know, you know what I mean? And on Genesis, we'll let people know what's going on as well, yeah?
Okay, nice one, blood.
All right, blood, respect, yeah?
Yeah, later.
Okay, so it's the 9th of March. Oh, it's coming up. Time is just flying. It's 25 past the hour of 1. And I wanted also to talk about the black on black violence. But we can all, and the march, and all these things are intertwined, you know. All of these things are, in a sense, together. Because if we start showing the unity, then we can help stop the black and black violence. But we've got to make the steps and show some form of unity. And it's the lack of unity or the lack of togetherness that allows the black and black violence to strive so strong. You know, because we, at the end of the day, we've got to do for ourselves and do something about it differently. This is cool. Hello, Genesis.
Hi, it's me from New Cross again. I just wanted to say before I go through the front door, for everybody that's coming, like we said at the meeting on Friday, somebody suggested bringing horns, whistles, loud voices, as many people as possible, your children, everybody's got to be at this march today. I mean, if you can go to a dance, if you can go to a party, a club, a rave, a disco, a pub, you can come to this march. You've got your two strong foot, you've got your big loud voice, you've got a whistle or something in your hand to make up noise. It's Sunday, yes, we respect the Sunday for certain people, but we want to be heard as well as seen. We're not tiptoeing past anybody's front door, not today, okay? So come with your whistles and stuff. And just be there, be a part of the movement. Years ago and years before, people came out and marched. That's why we're sitting on the bus next to the white man today, you understand? If those people didn't come out and march, where would we be sitting? Would we be still sitting at the back of the bus? Would we still not be able to go in certain hotels with, you know, black people couldn't go in hotels, no dogs, no Irishman, no black man? This is where it starts. Stop the railing up the mouth and come out and do something positive, constructive, and show everybody that you mean business. Okay?
All right.
Right, so I'm late now. Bye.
All right, take care. Right, there you go, yeah? Okay, yeah. To call deaths in police custody in memory of Oscar Okaya. Many more have died in police custody. And like the lady said, we're always talking about certain things. Now it's a chance to actually show, okay? Whether you agree or disagree with it, okay, it's a chance to show. I mean, if you can phone up and talk about it, then make the effort to go down there and see. You know what I mean? Because you'll always sit down, and when it ever turned out, if it didn't turn out successful, you say, well, I knew that's how it was going to go. Make a difference. You go down there and help make it successful. Hello? Oh, Genesis, continue your radio down, please.
Yeah, hello?
Hello?
What's happening, man?
What's happening?
I was just listening to the radio, yeah?
Yeah.
Someone said about that the marches, it's not achieving nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Firstly, I think it was on point, yeah?
You think he was on point?
Huh?
You think he was on point?
Yeah, some guy said that.
Right.
This is what I reckon, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You see, when you march now, you're going down and you're going to the system and you're going to ask them to change the system that they set up. Yeah? You with me?
Right.
Yeah? Now, you see the, like the Million Man March in America?
Yeah.
You see now, that was a march for black people from the beginning. You know what I mean? Farrakhan never said it was going to go there and ask for nothing to be changed for the white man. Yeah? He said he was going there to speak to the black people. Yeah? And ask them to change themselves. So when they came back to the communities, they found that a lot of organizations, like their membership of black people suddenly grew. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what I'm saying is that a march is good, yeah. But when we do it, we shouldn't do it with a mindset of going out and asking the government to change it, yeah. You with me?
Okay. One again, it's in the mandate of going out and ask them to change it, right? Okay. Even if the general concept of this march in your mind is wrong, yeah, because you don't want to go and ask them for nothing, yeah. You should put that aside, okay, and show them same way in a sense of the that if we even go down to the Brixton to the meet to show them that there is a form of unity that we have that unity enough to take ourselves out on a Sunday afternoon and come out. You get me? But if all the negative people or the negative viewing of that came out and came down there, right? They could put because you got positive ideas, you got positive concepts of what should happen, haven't you? Right. So you have to be in a situation that you can broadcast that. You can't broadcast that from your house, so you might as well go along with people that want to do something and make a change. So go down. You need to go down there and show that there is a support for something. You know that you know that you want to change and go down there and see rather than like, well, I'm not. No, it's not going to achieve nothing. Go down and see what you can achieve, and the next one or the next bit can only be better.
Yeah, let me say this point. Yeah, okay. It's like as a first step. Yeah, as a first step. Yeah. Like towards unity and that.
Yeah.
I agree with it, yeah. I agree with it, yeah. And I reckon I will go. But let me say this, yeah. Like to move on to the next stage, yeah. When like this is really good out to the organisers, those who might plan like future marches.
Yeah.
When we get this kind of marches, yeah, there should be opportunities for the speakers to concentrate on what black people need to do within our own economy to support ourselves.
Yeah.
It should be an opportunity for black businesses to advertise, yeah, and like black schools that need funding, because the National Islam is a lot of black schools in South and West London. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, things like that. There's a lot of black businesses going down. I know one black shop, Respect for Life, that has also been set up by the National Islam on Baker Lane.
Yeah.
But that business has been losing a lot of money still because no one's supporting it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, again, we see like again on this march here, yeah. This one, like you said, this one is just basically is a march. There's no forum for speakers to sit up and hold a talk, because once you get down to Downing Street, the body will go off and give in the petition. So it's food for thought. I mean, they had their pre-planning meeting on February the 28th, and like they said, over 200 people turned up for that. So it's a first step. You know, it's hard to say you learn from your mistakes, but you also learn from your successes. So if today is a success, it can only get better. You get me? So, but a non-participating in it is not going to help the cause. You know what I mean? It's not going to help it. You know, not turning up is not going to help it. You know, it's not going to help us better ourselves. So we have to go down there and see. And you know,
as a first step, I definitely support it. Tell everyone to support it, yeah. But really, I want to chat to the people them that organize them like for the future, yeah. We need to be concentrating more on like what we can do to change, because if we all get together, then really we're not asking for change, we're demanding change. You get me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay then, blood.
Right, man. Safe.
Respect. It goes back to the same old question: where do we start and where do we stop and what do we do? You know what I mean? For every suggestion or action you make, there's always 10 or 20 different solutions or different actions, and those other solutions and actions stop us from making the first action. So let's make the first step, and then we can progress to the next step. You know what I mean? If a lot of you think the first step's already been made and the march business is over and done with, then I'm saying to you, just take that step back, because where have we gone from there? If the march situation is dead and buried, I haven't seen nothing achieved from there. So maybe we need to take that step backwards and come again. Okay, so then later on we can say, yes, this was achieved from it and that was achieved from it. Hello, Genesis. Hello.
We need to be doing what the IRA is doing, and that's bombing our...
Okay. I'm not even interested in them sort of things, because those sort of things like the RAA do need to be done differently. We don't need to broadcast those things, because that ain't helping us, you know what I mean? That's just, we need some things need to be put out in the light and some things need to be kept in the dark. Simple things. Yeah. Hello.
Me again. Now, the voting thing, that's the next thing, just like the march, because we don't get to count those votes. So how do we know who is actually winning? There could be 1,000,000 people voting for Labour, but Conservatives running it.
Right.
So it's just like a march, you know what I mean? Now the first step to me, like you just said, has already been taken by Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela. All of these people have done their marches. They say that, you're going to say, well, Nelson Mandela, Africa's free. Africa's not free.
Right.
You know what I mean? We are, like you said, we've got to go out there and we're marching all the way to Downing Street and we're not even allowed to stop up there for 5 minutes. That's madness. You get me? Only 6 people can really go and present your petition and rare. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. We need to do something different. You're saying take a step back and go and do it again. You know what I mean? It's been done time and time again.
Right.
And ain't changed. All right, the lady did say that we ain't sitting on the back of the bus no more. I do agree. That's why I say I can't diss marching. But at the end of the day, it's not a powerful enough movement. You understand? We need to do something powerful that will just stop the whole of the rubbish one time and done. We're not asking nobody for nothing. You understand? We came here first. We don't need to ask. It is ours.
Okay.
You understand?
All right. Now, so look on the concept of this march here now, right? A lot of the talk is about we're going to ask the man for something, right? Yeah?
I'm not asking
No, hear what
nobody
I'm saying.
for nothing.
No, I know you're not asking nobody for nothing, right? But these people here, yeah, put it in a different concept, right? The people here, Civil UK and the family of Oscar Okaya, right, are asking you to come out and show them a unity to help them.
I'm not saying nobody nothing. We've been showing people things for years.
So okay,
for years on top of years. Why we have to show our goods? We have got it in ourselves, yeah?
Okay.
At the end of the day, we're showing, but we're not getting nothing for what we're showing.
Right.
At the end of the
really
day,
believe
showing is not...
Do you
Sorry?
think that we're showing in enough strength? Do you think that we are showing in enough strength? What are we showing?
What do you mean showing?
Yeah, like you said,
exactly.
we're showing.
What are you showing?
Exactly. So let's get down to the real thing. What are we showing?
Yeah, and you ain't
because
saying
that's
nothing.
That's another thing.
You're not saying nothing.
Right,
To me,
so let's get
right,
real
this
then.
is what you're showing, yeah?
Yeah.
This is to me what you're showing.
Yeah.
You're marching, you're showing that you can come together, yeah, on a Sunday,
Right.
yeah, taken away from your family to go up to some place where you're not invited,
Right.
yeah, and you're not even allowed to stay up there 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You've got to keep on the move. When you're coming away from there now, you could all get arrested and whatever. Well, not all of you. I'm just saying certain people could get arrested and get a criminal record from that, yeah. As I said, criminal record ain't nothing to me. But at the end of the day, what are you showing? What is happening? Nothing. Nothing at all. Because tomorrow, a next man will still get killed in police custody, and they'll blatantly go to court, charge and say, hey, what? We don't think the killers should be charged because there's not enough evidence. And it's thrown out. And then you've got more grieving parents like Stephen Lawrence's mum and dad. I know his dad, you understand? And we've done little things where people say we don't do nothing. My friends, we had a shop in Ladywell, and he came down and he wanted to give out some of his leaflets. We gave out some of his leaflets. We also donated certain things to him, you understand? It was only one thing, but I'm not even going to big that up, because it ain't nothing big, but we do our little part, you understand? Now, people are saying, you're not changing nothing, you need educating, you're not doing nothing, you're just, like, dissing the march and that. The march, to me, is foolishness. It does not show nothing. We're not getting nothing from it.
Right.
We're showing. What are we showing?
Okay.
We need to get a change.
So it's
we
a
need
subterfuge
it now.
then, yeah?
Simple as we need it now.
Right,
if
okay.
we're showing something, show that we can control things. Why don't we show that we can control the money and stop it from running our lives? You understand? And segregating us and making us have the black on black wars. You understand? It's all about what we're going up there to ask them for something, and that is why we're all in this trouble, because we're asking them. You understand? We don't need to ask nobody for nish. You understand what I'm trying to say to you, lad?
I hear these talks, right? We don't need to ask nobody nothing for niche, right? Okay.
We need to come together and sort something out for
Right, so let's
ourselves.
break it down now. We need to. So how are we going to do it then?
But I've given you plenty of ideas.
How?
It's not about marching.
Okay, you've told me it's not about marching. So where from there then?
I told you, we need to do things like boycotting the money system. We need to do that on a long-term basis.
Right.
We need to educate everybody to a certain standard.
Right? We need to boycott the money system, right? How are we going to implement boycotting it?
It's just the same as organising a march.
Right, so then, okay then, so right now then all right then. So it's the same as organising a march, yeah? Right,
Yeah.
so these people have organised this, so right now, we said we're going to organise how to boycott the money system, yeah?
Yeah.
How do we know what support we're going to get for boycotting
And that's another thing. The brother
money
said
system?
this march will show who would boycott. That is not true.
Right,
I'm not
okay.
dissing him. I'm not dissing him. So don't bother phoning up and say, oh, you're disrespectful, brother. Right. But at the end of the day, that's not true. Because I would boycott to the max. I've done it. You understand? I don't go to certain shops. You understand? Certain things I don't buy. You understand? So I am a boycotter. You understand?
Right.
But I'm not gonna go to the march. I'm
Okay,
not
but
going up
listen
to
what I'm saying
march
to you.
in the cold.
What I'm saying to you now, right? You're not going to go to the march, right? But you're boycotting on by yourself.
No, but that is the point I'm trying to make. We need to all be doing it. You understand? The march, we can all do a march, but it doesn't do nothing. If we all boycott it, it would do something. You understand? It would do a lot of things for us.
How do we know that? How we're going to get this? This is what I'm saying to you. How are we going to get
organise that just like how you organise the march, brethren. That's all I'm trying to say.
So
Move on from
then have a meeting to say you want us to put on a meeting, right, to organise boycotting. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's all you're saying, basically. Yeah.
Then not only boycotting, but like you said, it's a lot of situations that make one thing. Yeah. Now, not only boycotting, but we're gonna organise a meeting to talk about this black-on-black business and talk about the money business and talk about who you support when you're going out there and spending your money. And if you really, at the end of the day, really need to have money, we need to do things to how we should have it. We shouldn't be having let's vote and see if that Labour Party can do it for us. They're not experiencing the life that we're going through. Man saying black on black violence. Sometimes it happens, and it's not even a man's fault, really, why it happens. A man needs the money so badly, and he goes and does a certain move where he tries to make an extra change out of his black brethren. The black brethren never like it, and it turns out into a little warfare between them. It's all about the money. Right. Simple. Get rid of it or control it. You understand? We need something to barter with, but we need to control things. We don't need to be going to this place and asking them for this allowed to do this, or if we can stop and hand you in a petition, please, sir. And he says, okay, only 6 of you can come up, the rest of you can sit down there. It's all foolishness, brethren. Get on from that. You get me? Martin Luther King's done it. And let me just say also, I respect them. They've already arranged the march, so I'm not trying to stop it or sabotage it or nothing like that. But I want to move on from that, brethren. I'm involved. I listen to this show every week, you get me, when it's on. You understand? Yeah. I'm involved. I'm here. Briggy knows me. I'm about. But I'm not dissing the march. They've organised it. Get on with it and show what you got to show. But we want to move on from that, brethren. We need to really, when you're saying empower, we need to be controlling the power.
Right. I think in a sense, right, like you said, all right, in there again, you listen to the shows and blah, 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 right, and you're not trying to, hello? He's gone. And again, he's saying he ain't trying to basically sabotage the march or discourage people from the march, right? But if you listen to the shows for 3 weeks when the people then was organising, I mean, they had a meeting first off. They had a meeting on Friday the 28th of February, and so for planning and support for the meeting, where suggestions and things could have been put forward there and then to decide. And I believe from the Friday the 28th, if the 200 people was there and they said, right, to these organisers, let's not march, because us going down to Downing Street and only a certain amount of us is going to be allowed down there. Let's come again and like you said, have a meeting to deal with it differently. You know what I mean? But the 200 people that went to the meeting, I didn't go to this meeting, must have been on a consensus, okay, to go for the march. So that's their move. There's other moves to be made differently. So I'm going to take this call. Hello, Genesis.
Yeah, hello. I'm with him. I called earlier.
Yeah.
And I talked about our black leaders not taking responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't criticize. Last time I criticized Andy was for a different reason, but I wouldn't condemn the radio station or Andy or anybody who is volunteering or organizing this march, because one thing I do know from observation, my dad was an activist. He's still alive, and I know that marches do work. I went to the Million Man March. As an African living in England, I went to the Million Man March. Why did I go there? I wanted to see what Farrakhan could do. My dad in the 60s went to see Martin Luther King. Why did he go? He wanted to see what Martin Luther King could do. When these people are around, when they are there to inspire people, it's easy for us to follow. We need a leader. Now, if you look to other communities in say America and Britain, whether they're Asians or Jews or so on, when they march, they get something. I remember when they marched for the fact that they were not getting places in schools. The next term, the next session, they now allocated them places in schools. Other ethnic minorities can get things from marching. We can't. The reason is that a lot of our people are so negative, they don't want to go anyway. So 50 people turn up, it doesn't make impact. But I know if 20,000 black men and women march past Downing Street for even a second each, it's going to make a big impact. That's one. And secondly, if our leaders, whoever they are, many religious leaders, if they are Sunni Muslims, they are so busy going to Mecca. If they are priests, they are so busy going to America. If they are businessmen, they want comfort, they don't want to rock the boat and so on. But I believe that if our leaders, our prominent people stand up for us, and we're really willing to march, I'm not saying march 500, 1,000, 20,000, 30,000, we can all do it. We will start getting something. If the Indians can do it, if the Chinese can do it, if the Jews can do it, I don't see the reason why black men can't do it. So my encouragement is that everybody go this time and see what happens. Let us just go. Even if we don't believe in it, go. And if you are 3, 4, 5,000 there, our brethren will be watching on television. They will be watching around the world. Newspapers will carry it. All of a sudden, we start to become an effective threat. The next march, because 5,000...
Hello? Yeah, got cut off there. Phone's getting kind of hot. But like I'm saying, it's even like this, the march here and Genesis, okay? Genesis, right, let me tell you now, right, are an information network to give you the information to let you know what's going on, right? And it's a forum for you to use it to let you know, to let other people in London town know what's happening, okay? And it's a starting point, okay? Now this march, whether you agree or disagree with it, is a starting point. Someone is making a move to do something. Okay, marches have come and gone, and and rah. The last caller had some very valid points. The caller before that had some valid points of what we need to do, But let's make a positive move, one move at a time, and go there and just see. You know what I mean? If it is going to make a difference, if it don't make no difference, then it ain't harming us. We've still got the drawing board to go back. And all those people who have different ideas of what we should do can then input their ideas to the Civil Rights UK or to them or you make that next move, that next organisation, that next move up when we will have it at Clapham Common or Fordham Park or Moonshot, where we're actually just going to come and discuss what we do. And if we make a petition, we send it off by driving it down by cab or send it by express. Use their UPS or whatever. Hello, Genesis.
Yes, my brother.
Yes.
Genesis Radio.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. Respect, you know. What is your name?
Daddy Coolie.
Yes, Daddy Cool. Yeah, it's Sunday afternoon, you know, and I just sit down here cool and listen to the station, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want to come to the point.